The average price point for all asset types across the Fraser Valley has gone up more than $100,000 from January 2023 until now. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how much average sales for each asset class across the Fraser Valley have increased in the year 2023. But before I dive into all this good information, I will ask you guys, if you are enjoying my content, do me a favor and click that like and subscribe button to help me get my information out to more people like you who might be wondering what's happening in the Fraser Valley and Langley real estate market. If you want to book a call with me and talk more about any of your real estate questions, you can do so by clicking the Calendly link below in the description. For the third consecutive month, we have seen sale prices increase across the Fraser Valley for all asset classes. This has mainly been brought on by two factors. It's like beating my head against the wall, but it's the same thing. We have no supply and there's a lot of buyer demand. And that's been brought on too because the Bank of Canada held interest rates for the second time in a row when they met last month in April. And I know a lot of people are wondering, how are price points possibly increasing when interest rates are at what they are today compared to a year ago when they were a lot less? The overnight lending rate is sitting at 4.5%, and people's income certainly hasn't changed in order to accommodate that rate increase that we've seen over the past year. Now, one thing to point out is that across all property types, pricing has gone up consecutively January, February, March, and April. So when we are looking at the benchmark sale price, it would appear that January was the bottom of the market should trends continue in the direction that they're going. Of course, that depends on several factors, and one of those being if the Bank of Canada is going to decide to raise the interest rates again. We all know that price points have fallen compared to the year 2022, mainly because of the 8 interest rate hikes we saw. But what I want to do is break down exactly what sale prices have done in the year 2023 alone. I've broken it down by all property types, detached homes, townhomes, and then condos. And I'm looking at the average sale price as well as the number of sales that have occurred in each month this year so far. And first, I'll show you guys what's happening across the Fraser Valley for all property types. So we can see here that sales for April 2023, we had 1,554. Compare that to April of last year, we saw 1,637. So there's been a 5% decrease, which isn't super surprising because April of last year was when the market started to drop off quite dramatically as the first rate hike occurred in March 2022. When we look at the number of new listings, however, there is a dramatic change between 2023 and 2022. So we can see the number of new listings this year is just under 2,500. Compare that to last year, we had over 1,000 more units on the market. So we are seeing a decrease of 31.6%. And this here is really what's been causing those sale prices to increase month over month. We're feeling it a lot in the valley. There's just not enough supply for those buyers that are looking. Again, because rates were held 2 times in a row, we are seeing a lot more buyer confidence happening in the market. People are trying to get in again, and because of the lack of supply, they're having trouble doing so. I just had a townhome listed on the market in Walnut Grove. I did not even sell an offer date. We priced it very fairly, and I had 3 offers after 2 days on the market, and we have accepted an offer. I cannot disclose the offer price because subject removal is early next week. However, it is over the asking price. Average price is quite interesting. So average price for April 2023 was $1,021,563. Compare that to April of 2022 was $1,145,796. So we've got a decrease of almost 11% for the average property type year over year in the Fraser Valley. So this is for all property types in the Fraser Valley for the year 2023. We can see in January, the average price came out to $908,124, and the number of sales sat at 626. We can see that it has been on a constant incline, and as of April 2023, which is the last full months of stats that we have, we are seeing now an average sale price of $1,021,563, and the number of sales was 1,554. So sale prices have increased 12.5% in the year 2023 for all asset classes across the Fraser Valley. Looking at condos for this year, we can see that the average condo price in the valley was $512,201, and the number of sales sat just below 200. And again, you can see that the price points have been on a consistent increase this year. So as of April, we have seen the average condo price in the valley come out at $544,290, and the sales are coming out at $487. Just keep in mind that the sales here aren't supposed to be on a consistent incline. Usually January is quite a slow slow month, same with February. But March and April, you are expected to see an increase in the number of sales because, again, the spring market is the busiest time of the year. So in 2023, condos in the Valley have increased by 6.2%. Townhomes in the Valley, we had an average sale price of $757,981 in January, been on a constant incline, and as of April, we are sitting at $835,703 for your average sale price for a townhome in the Valley. That is an increase of 10.25%. Now, one thing I have noticed is that townhomes have been extremely hot this year because there's still an affordable price point for families considering today's interest rates. And again, there's just not a lot of them out there. So when you see a townhome come onto the market that shows well and is price sharp, you can almost bet that you're going to have multiple offers on that townhome. And we are seeing sellers hold off on offer dates again. So that's when, a home would hit the market on, say, a Monday or Tuesday of any given week. It would be shown throughout the week that weekend, and then the seller could not look at any offers until the following Monday or Tuesday or whatever that seller decides. So in turn, that creates multiple offers, and that's when we start to see higher sale prices. Looking at the detached market, average sales in January were $1,382,775, and April, they came out to over $1.5 million again, sitting at $1,525,708. And this was kind of surprising to see that the sale price increase of 2023 for detached was only slightly above those of the townhomes. The townhome market this year has been very, very hot. So they've seen the highest sales to active ratio. And again, I think that comes down to affordability. One thing that really determines what type of a market we are in is looking at how many active listings there are on the market. In the Fraser Valley, in order to be in a balanced or buyer's market, we want to see around 6,000 listings at any given time. So you can see here that we are sitting at just under 4,000 active listings on the market for all property types across the Fraser Valley. That is relatively low, especially when comparing that to other months in April. Usually April, we have the highest amount of inventory because the spring market is the most popular time here for sellers to put their property on the market. However, this year that has not been the case. And because we are under inventory levels that we should be at, that again has caused the inflow of buyer demand and the increase in sale prices, which we've seen throughout 2023. Another good stat to look at to get a sense of what the market is doing in the area is looking at the sales to active ratio. So that is the absorption rate. Anything above 20% indicates a seller's market. Anything between 12 to 20% indicates a balanced market, and anything between 1 and 12% is a buyer's market. So I just wanted to show you guys right now, this was the crazy time when things were selling as soon as they hit the market, sitting at just about 100% absorption rate. So everything that was coming on the market was selling very quickly and for the most part over the list price. As rates started to increase and throughout the past year, we were more of a balanced market here until recently this year, where we have seen the absorption rate jump quite dramatically. Currently, it's sitting at 38.4%. Again, that does indicate quite a strong seller's market throughout the Fraser Valley. So overall, you guys can see that we are in a seller's market throughout the Fraser Valley. The number of new listings is down dramatically, and the number of active listings is below where it really needs to be, sitting at around 4,000. We also have a lot of other factors that are happening this year. Immigration is at an all-time high. Throughout the first 2 months of 2023, Canada admitted over 100,000 new permanent residents, which is a record by a wide margin. And the job market is also very healthy, so people are still employed, they're making money. So it is going to be really interesting to see how the remainder of this year plays out, because usually as we approach the summertime, things tend to slow down, and I'm wondering if that is going to be the case this year, considering that the Bank of Canada has held interest rates. I wasn't expecting to see things bounce back this fast, this quickly, so that definitely has been a surprise. I know I've said it a lot, but it's because we don't have enough out there, and we do have people that are still wanting to move to this area or get into the market for the first time. I do want to point out that even though we are seeing the multiple offers, it's not the way that it was back in 2021 and the first part of 2022, where they were subject free and, tens and tens of $1,000s over asking. Buyers are still making educated choices, and we do have that buyer rescission period in effect now. So even if you do offer subject free, you do have 72 hours to cool off before you make up your mind and fully intend to go forward with that property. I hope you guys found this market update to be beneficial. I know there's definitely a lot of change happening. Just a reminder to hit that like and subscribe button if you are getting any value from my content. And if you want to talk about anything real estate, you can do so by clicking the link in the description below to book a 30-minute call with me. Have a great day, and I will talk to you guys soon.